If you are interested in starting your own podcast, we use Buzzsprout because it is simple and easy to use. Buzzsprout can get your show listed on every major platform while giving you the resources for a great podcast website, audio players that can drop into other websites, detailed analytics to see how people are listening to your podcast, and tools to promote your episodes. Podcasting isn't hard when you have the right partners, and that is why over 100,000 podcasters are already subscribed to Buzzsprout to get their message out to the world. Following the link in our episode descriptions lets Buzzsprout know that we sent you. So in return, you will receive a $20 Amazon gift card from Buzzsprout while signing up for a paid plan. Most importantly, every subscription through our link is always appreciated and helps support our show so we can continue delivering the quality content that you guys listen to. That being said, back to the show.
Hello and welcome to Comic Book Junkies. I'm Andrew.
I'm Joe.
And this time we're going to answer some questions. It's been a while. This is probably only volume 2 or 3 of Asking the Junkies, but we recently got a few questions, so we're going to chop it up about those later on. But that's right, we're back. You can't get rid of us, bro. It's time to talk about some.
Shout out Ryan Wilson for the Q&A too.
Yeah, I was going to give him his props later, but yeah, Ryan Wilson, shouts out. Been very cool. We appreciate the support. Salute you. But let's talk about some books. We both recently got some big pickups. I got some smaller stuff too because I keep walking up to the comic book store now. That's how close it is. It's dangerous, guys. Get your exercise and your books. It's good for you. Just like milk and prayer and vitamins. But we recently got some books. I just got in the mail today, Star Spangled War Stories 101. Oh yeah, that's right. If you've heard the 2026 collecting goals, it was on there. So I think I now have 2 books out of like 5 or 6 with the Godzilla vs. Barkley and now the Star Spangled War Stories. I mean, it's not like the highest grade, but I got it on an auction on eBay, which I'm trying to avoid eBay and just, spend money at local shops. But sometimes you can't get certain books at even the best shops. And I've only seen these at a con by us like once. They had them at the Knights Con once, just a couple copies, but I had already spent my bag and I couldn't afford the nicer copy. But this was not that much relative to market. It is complete. It is attached. And like I said, awesome purple dinosaur cover with the yellow contrast. I like the colors a lot. And it's cool because it's like a spiky dinosaur.
Spiky dinosaurs are the best dinosaurs.
Yeah, like a T-Rex, like something with big claws, maybe some, spikes on there. Spiky is the best, bro. Jazz always like, oh yeah, you like that one because it's like spiky and like stuff like that. I'm like, well, yeah, that's like the coolest design you can get. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna pick something that's like low T and not hard.
My favorite's the one that's kind of low to the ground with the like combat tail and the spikes on his shell.
Yeah.
I think sick, bro.
Yeah, that spiritually is you.
Thank you, bro. Well grounded.
Loaded earth. But I got a couple other small books. I got an Omega Red just because I've been kind of like the definition of FOMO, kind of. I mean, it's stuff I want anyways, or stuff I've had. I guess now that I'm buying it at a higher price later because I sold it, maybe it does count as FOMO. But I'm really liking the X-Men show, which we've discussed and we will discuss soon. But spoiler alert. All right, there you go. He's in the episode, and I also got the X-Men 133, that first like solo Wolverine cover, the first regenerative factor, part of the Dark Phoenix saga. Got one of those recently. But Joe also got a very cool X-Men adjacent key because it is an X-Men key, but it's technically not. So let him know what you got, bro.
Yeah, I think it's an X-Men key, but it's in Iron Fist issue 14 for
it is an Iron Fist.
Sabretooth, bro.
Sabretooth.
So if you listen to one of our episodes recently, I talked about how this was a book on my want list for 2026. I'm watching X-Men 97 and I kind of heard rumors that he would appear. And so I was looking for like at least a week, like every day on eBay. And I couldn't find a decent copy. It seemed like they were starting at 200 and they were all beat. And then you kind of had to pay 400 for a good copy, but a $400 one would get you like almost like a mint one. So it's just like there's gotta be something that's like in the 200s that's still nice. And then the day the episode appeared that Sabretooth appeared in, Berger sent me a listing for that book, and I went home, watched the episode, watched that Sabretooth snap that bear's neck, and I'm
That
like,
was hard.
okay, bro, I'm putting in an offer. And
Yeah.
I got a pretty good deal on it. I was hoping to get a little more off the book, but I understand. So,
Yeah.
I still got it for a good price and pretty good condition. I would say it's probably like a 6.5 looking at it in person. So,
Nice.
presents super, super well. So I'm pretty excited about it.
I'll have to check that out next time I'm over. I didn't get to see it, but that's hard. Good time to get it with all this X-Men hype. I figure, like I said, I mentioned spoilers a little bit earlier, but we might talk about the most recent couple episodes right now because this stuff goes so hard, guys. It's such a good show.
Speaking of which, like, I know it's the worst time to buy X-Men, but like, I need a Havoc. That's
Got
something I
that.
don't have that I really, really need. And then there's another X-Men book. If I remember, I'll bring it up on the pod. But there's some stuff that I still need to fill in, even though I still got a lot of X-Men.
I've been on an X-Men kick myself. I've been getting like minor keys. I've been getting like the Horseman of Apocalypse. I got Richter, bro. Everyone loves Richter. But like,
Speaking of which, I guess I don't know off the top. The most recent episode featured the Danger Room. Is there a first appearance for that?
oh, of course there is. Well, what is it? Is that in like the first issue? I wouldn't even know. Cerebro didn't come out till the seventh issue though. So, you know what? Let's vamp a little bit because I guess I technically don't know. Yeah, X-Men 1. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's what I thought, but had to confirm. We fact check here. We don't take liberties with the truth.
That's very funny and true. Polaris was featured a lot in this most recent episode.
Glad I have one.
Me too. You know what's interesting though is it seems like that cover appearance is way more expensive and more important than her actual first appearance,
It's
which
because it's the
does
better.
not happen very often in comics.
It doesn't, but it is the better cover, and it is the first use of the iconic X-Men logo.
Unpopular opinion, it is a better cover, but I don't think that the margin's as big as people think it is. I really like the cover of her actual first appearance as well.
The first one's not bad. It's just I think the second appearance looks better, more iconic, I guess. But no, I agree with you. It's not like it has a bad first cover. I like having that book too. It's cool to have. I wouldn't mind getting a 50 though. Go pretty hard. It's on
Same.
my list, bro. But they're kind of expensive, low key.
They're very they're expensive.
It's like the X-Men version of Silver Surfer 4.
That's a good way to put it.
Same idea. The iconic Silver Surfer versus Thor cover. I mean, it's like their X-Men's version because like while it is a key, it's not like significant to that level to where the floor is as high as it is because there's books with more, I would say, significant first appearances and stuff like that go for less than this book. Like a lot of the X-Men keys are cheaper than this book, to be honest with you. So I mean, I feel like that's true staying power, worth getting, and it is cool. I've always wanted one, but it's just I've always been put off with it being so much. I'm like, damn. What are we doing? But someday.
Yeah, you just got to run into it, and the price will be right one day, and then you just pull the trigger.
One
Although
day.
I don't see him in person very often.
Not enough.
No,
Maybe someday. Maybe if we go to NightsCon again this year.
that would be fun. We should
I say
definitely do that.
we should go in the fall, I think. Stack up a little dough and figure some things out.
Are we going to Motor City at all or no?
I have no idea. I don't see no like I don't think I want to go through that hassle of like the parking, the lines, the lack of internet, the lack of comic vendors. Like that's why I go there, and I don't think any of the guests are going hard. The only people I would really like to meet as celebrities that like offhand are like the Smallville cast and the X-Files cast. Outside of that, like whatever, man. I'm sure there's other people I'd get a picture with, but like it's usually not my style anyway. It's got to be someone cool. But yeah, I don't know. It just seems like too much a hassle and how expensive the buy-in is. And then like all the books are so inflated there. It's not a good place to buy books. Less vendors and the ones that they have are even more expensive because people be traveling across the country to come to this one sometimes, which I find surprising. Didn't think it was big enough to warrant that. But not just regional. Great Lakes.
Just thought of it. Cable is the other book I want from X-Men, but you already have that one too.
I got that for $20.
I need a newsie, and I'm willing to pay for it. I just got to space it out between this most recent Sabretooth purchase.
Facts. I know. I got to chill out. I just got a GI robot. I forgot to even mention that when I brought up the book. So for those of you who don't know, I got a GI robot. It's a Silver Age book, but the dinosaur cover is that cool.
That new Mutants magazine would be sick too.
I want one of those. I remember they had them up at the corner, but I think they were like third or fourth printings. I want one of those. I keep looking at them actually. It's cool.
Paying
I
for
like the
buck on
magazine
that
size
book.
stuff.
Me too. When you have a
Bro,
box, it's worth filling.
how about in back in the episode though, before we get into it, Professor X, like the whole episode, bro, Magnus, and he he's like, bro, stop moaning his name. He kept going through it. He's like, I gotta torture myself emotionally. He's gone. It's like, bro, that's what happens. Like if something happened to you, I'm gonna start acting like.
That's literally what I was just about to say. I thought you're telling me that you wouldn't do that if I was gone right in front of your eyes.
That's us, bro.
Yeah. Right in
Professor
front
X
of
and
Jasmine and Nicole. Joe.
No.
Joe.
And but also the other funny part of that episode where it's like on Polaris when he went like two gay dads on her, he's like, he's in you, and also what's left of him and me and you, and it's like what? And he was getting so like sensual about it, bro.
Yeah, he was.
He's freaking me out. He ain't a man of action. I mean, I know his legs don't work, but like, bro. But I will say though, when he got attacked and he had little blasters on his shit, and then they scooted him real fast in the safety pod, I was like, what? That was so sick. And then he just rolls over and flops out.
He's like that bar of soap that slips out of your hand in the shower, bro.
That's exactly it, dude. It hit it like a half pipe too. Like that's crazy. Yeah, that shit was hilarious. Oh, another point from that. Did you see Dupe?
What?
In the episode?
No,
Dupe was there.
Right. I guess I mentally blocked that part out.
Oh, wow. Told you, bro. You got to get one. He showed up. You know, that's technically the first appearance of the X Statics team, anyways. That's just basically when the X Factor team got a rebrand. Dupe was the cameraman. No one knows what he is.
Incredible.
Jazz asked me, she's like, are there other Dupes? I says, I have no idea. She asked me, like, what is he? And I literally looked into it. No one knows. Like, he's just a thing. Like, and he holds the camera. And he was at the speech in the danger room. I didn't know he was gonna be at the. Could you imagine living next to him in the mansion? Dupe's leaving shower slugs.
Hell no, bro.
Dupe's keeping it fucking twisted, bro.
Dupe trail.
Dupe's area's gotta stink, bro.
Yeah, hell no.
What do you think Dupe smells like? Does Dupe smell like poop? It's so dumb, but like, yeah,
I just
couldn't
imagine like a booger snail, bro.
Booger snail, but he floats, I think, so he ain't got no trail.
You don't think he drips?
I don't think he drips. I think he's probably like dry.
Not around. Maybe if Charlie's not around.
Yeah, facts. Shout out Charlie.
He'd moisturize that thing, bro.
Yeah, he would never be dry. That said, you got anything else you want to shout out from the episode, or you want to get right into some of these questions?
No, maybe the last thing is there like a specific appearance for like danger outside of the danger room, like when it manifests into that robot?
I'm sure there is. I just don't know what it is offhand. I'll be honest, I never looked into that.
And then are you going to get a bishop?
They're asking too much in my opinion. They're asking $25. I've had that book for like $4 and $8, and I always get rid of them and get a new one. I'm not paying $25, but I already used my $10 off coupon when I got the first Solo Wolverine cover and the others or whatever and everything else and the Omega Red. So I'm thinking about it though. I mean, you get a first full bishop there for like $8 still, but the one where he's on the cover, whatever. But yeah, the Danger had their first physical appearance in Astonishing X-Men number 9 from 2004. They might have that up at the corner. Gonna have to hit the shop soon. I might actually do it tomorrow. Jazz and I talk about getting that hibachi. They got the hibachi food truck out there again. That shit's nuts. Like, it's a big deal. Like, Juggalo adjacent. Like, owner's always the same. Like, archetype. It's so hilarious to me. It's like the mafia in the Midwest is just like doing hibachi. But I respect it. Honestly, the hibachi's pretty good. I mean, like, the concept sounds good, but then I see like how it's presented and I'm like, I'm not so sure about this. And then I had it and I was like, damn, that shit's good. The garlic butter they give you is diabolical. Like, I can feel the plaque in my like arteries, but it's good. It's otherwise chicken and vegetables, bro. I'm gonna lift tomorrow. And there ain't no question about that. But some questions we do have came in from Ryan, as Joe shouted out at the top of the episode. So he's got a few of them here because we haven't done one of these in a while. And you know what? If we got a few, we can expand upon this. So he knows how we feel about slabs. For those who don't, we're raw dogs. We crack them. We got to liberate them, bro. Take them plastic shackles off my book. We ain't doing all that. But as far as cleaning and pressing, he says, is it worth it? Is it anything that we've done? Now, here's what I think. So, you know what? I'll posit it to you. How rude of me. I asked the question. How do you feel about cleaning and pressing?
I guess first, like, if you guys don't know, it's like a dry clean of the book,
Yeah,
and then there's like
I
some
could
kind
use
of
a
like
dry clean.
humidification process to like
Oh,
soften the book before they like press it with heat. I know it sounds pretty romantic.
it doesn't have to be, bro.
But what I like is it's not considered restoration.
Mm.
So overall, I think it's a good idea if you're looking to get a book graded. It doesn't fix like color breaking stuff. So
Oh no.
when I buy books, like in the back of my mind, even though I'm never gonna grade them, I always think like, is this like pressable? Like, could I
Yeah.
get this fixed? Like,
Yeah.
so like I kind of when I'm targeting comic books, I kind of look for books that would like significantly increase in quality or like appearance if I were to get them pressed. Don't do it myself is because there's like a lot of risk of like damaging the book and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sure you could go on YouTube, find a kit, learn how to do it, practice on some cheap books. But I wouldn't want to be the reason why I pop the staple on a book or mess up the cover in a different way. If you don't want to invest in the process, you can always just do a straight dry clean too. You know, you don't have to actually like humidify it and press it. If you bought a book, I'm sure you could just do a straight dry clean if you're worried about it. But
Yeah. You
the
can
other,
clean or press. You don't got to do both.
but the
I prefer pressing more to cleaning. Like if
yeah,
I was going to do it, I'd be more often getting pressed books than I feel like cleaned books if I had to pick.
see, I feel like once you press a book, like that's kind of it. So you better do it right the first time. So I would kind of leave that to a professional.
I mean, I ain't doing it. I've
Yeah.
thought about it.
But I wouldn't even go through any of that unless you're actually going to go slab it. Because, like, I don't know, you rack up so many comic books in a lifetime. Like, are you really
Yeah.
going to go through that process? It's hard enough to bag and board them and catalog them. So I kind of just leave them as is in their raw state. But I am conscious of, like, is this a
Yeah.
pressable book when I go to buy one?
I actually had that in my notes. I feel the same way. Like we always we'll look at books like or whatever and be like, yeah, that could use a press and it'd be even nicer. But yeah, we never do it. I don't really trust even going to someone else to be honest. Maybe I'm paranoid, but like I understand they may be better at it. But there are a lot of untrustworthy people out here, and to probably even law enforcement and like or insurance or anybody really, they're not going to take a comic book case as seriously as some other stuff. I feel they're gonna be like, how do I know that's worth anything? But you know, then you also don't want to kind of blame them for if it gets destroyed, like you're gonna feel like shit. But I mean, like if you're gonna already send it off to be mailed to like CGC or something, then like sure, I guess throw it in. But like I don't know, and I don't know anybody locally that I can like trust.
Definitely, though, right? Like, if you're actually sending a book out, I would get it pressed and cleaned by
Yeah,
CGC. Because
yeah,
what's the
I
point of grading it if you're not going to get the max?
get the max for it at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah. Spend
Um,
the extra money if you're going to do that.
I'm not doing it.
But it's got to be a book worth grading too. Like, why are you
Yeah.
pressing and cleaning a book that doesn't need one?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it on everything. But yeah, I don't have any interest in learning how to honestly do the cleaning myself. Maybe I would do the pressing for fun, or, you know, we could spin off CBJ Press. But I don't know that I feel like starting to do that. I'd have to get a bunch of cheap books and practice, and I don't think I got time for all that. So I'm just good standing by as is. I'm not against it as much as I'm against slabbing, but I'm probably still not going to do it unless, like, yeah, I'm trying to get the top dollar for something like a crow or something, you know, get that pressed and cleaned. That'd actually be smart, but I ain't going to do that either.
Yeah, if it's a difference of you getting like a 9.6 or a 9.8, you should just put the money towards it.
Yeah, fuck it. As long as they don't go behind your back and do some type of like wet clean or any type of other stuff where it does count as restoration, if that's not what you're after. If you don't mind restoration, then who cares? But like if you don't want your book to be restored, there's like only certain ways it can be cleaned without it counting.
Good call out.
Look into that in case you do want to clean. There are limits to blue and purple labels and all that. If that don't bother you, then screw it. But just in case. And yeah, so we kind of answered both of those. I did debate getting a cheap press. I think Juan didn't he?
I think he bought one. I don't think he ever used it. It'd be cool to have just to practice on some like $3 books,
Yeah, go to
but
the dollar bins and figure out how to do it. I'd still be nervous doing my own book if it was worth a damn, you know? Like what if I like
for
fuck it
sure.
up?
If I got good at it, I'd probably prefer myself because,
Oh
like,
yeah.
to your point,
point, like I don't know these people,
Damn.
but I'm not really in the market of selling, so
Yeah, or being a pressing service, I got enough stuff to fill my time with. Maybe if I get bored. But really, our only other question, since we kind of doubled up on those, we got them all knocked out, are what resources do we use to value books? I said obviously, like eBay is a part of it, but I will say eBay definitely is a big part of it because that gives you the most recent data. Go to the sold listings. But we also like to triangulate between like comic book realm for kind of like an idea, and then Go Collect, I would also reference too, because that will also give its opinion of a fair market value and actually has like sales data, especially for different grades. I don't think all of them though, unless you're a member or whatever, but the free stuff gets you enough to give you a ballpark. So I like to try to go between the three of those, and also whatever you feel comfortable with. It's only worth what you're going to spend on it, really. Comics only worth what it was bought as last. But whatever is within reason and in your budget, but in the ballpark of all of those. I wouldn't use Instagram or nothing. So I see some outrageous stuff on there sometimes. Be big silly, but then you see some good deals on Instagram. I never buy off Instagram. How about that? Where do you buy your comics from? Never Instagram, only eBay and comic stores. I don't feel comfortable with that. You're not like a legitimate business. I mean, you might be a legitimate business, but that you don't have to be, and there's no protections on fucking Instagram. I mean, you could do PayPal goods and service, but then some of those guys try to tell you friends and family. It's like, bro, I don't know you. You're gonna eat the fee, bro.
yeah, I
That's
don't know. I've never even got experimental like that. Not
that's
worth
what I
it.
mean. I've never once.
Yeah, I do the same exact thing you do. I go to eBay and then I first filter to sold because I want to know if the book is just kind of like
Trending up right now.
trending right now or like what kind of deal I can get it for if they're asking too much or like, hey, this is actually a good deal because I saw the other listings.
Yeah.
And then Comic Book Realm doesn't get updated very often, but it does
No.
give you an idea of like if it's a major key or not, like what books are important in that run.
Yeah.
Go Collect is the very best when it comes to like grade per value because they do have those eBay listings as reference. But I actually use Key Collector Comics to determine what the book is first. I feel like their pricing may not be accurate,
No.
but
Pricing's not that great.
but the what the book actually is very accurate. I feel like they do the best when it comes to like minor keys and like determining what you're actually buying. So I kind of use all four, but just those three as far as like pricing goes.
I agree with you. I definitely use Key Collector as well when I need a reference or something. Or yeah, if you're looking for something like real obscure and minor, like
They seem to have it. Yeah.
yeah, because otherwise, like your best bet was like comic book realm, like because they would also have notes on there too for any significance or fun facts. But yeah, I mean that's what we do. We use like those four on our comic hunt, but really the three for the value. But I mean, also you just gotta once you know the market, you know the market. You just gotta do a gut call on what you're comfortable spending. Ultimately, don't overextend yourself if the book ain't worth it.
I haven't done it in a long time, but when I was green, I used to like just type in like key issue comics on Instagram and not buy them or like figure out what the value is, but kind of
Yeah.
figure out like what's popular right now.
I wonder if those I remember using like all those like hashtags back in the day. I wonder if those even get used anymore.
Yeah, I don't know, but like that would help me figure out like what's selling right now, what's popular,
I
you
used to
know.
look at those all the time. But now we know everything, bro. We've been in the game too long. But yeah, there's a lot out there. And even when you get a new one, like that just adds one or two more books to your list. So it doesn't end. So it is what it is. But there you go. You asked, we answered, got a few questions there. I feel like that kind of explains all of our mantra around collecting, I feel. You can really piece it together now, guys. But thanks for listening. Check us out on CBJ Pod on Instagram. Go to Instagram. It's really the best one that we're going to post on the most. You can go to Facebook, CBJ Podcast, Comic Book Junkies. Everything also is posted there. We got clips. We got stuff like that. Share them with your friends. Share them with your uncle. Share them with your mailman. I don't know. Rate, review, subscribe. 5 stars preferably, please. More books, more episodes. We got a lot of ideas cooking. It's just a matter of getting the schedules right and knocking out some bangers for you. Shoot, I think that's all I got.
That's all she wrote.
Who's she? Why is she writing? Just kidding.
Or Shishi B Burger.
Wherever she wants to be, Joe. And that's all, folks.
Later.